All right, beautiful, great. I love that I can see everyone. So if you have any tunes you want to play in the back of your home studio, feel free to. This is our 45-minute soul flow today. We are starting standing in our vinyasa. Come to your mountain pose at the top of your mat, rolling your shoulders away from your ears. Bend into your knees and then allow your toes to fan out and plant them into the earth. Think about slightly tucking your pubic bone forward so that you're engaging your lower back, and then palms face the top of your mat. Let's do an inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, shrug it off. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe allow it to be audible. Inhale. And exhale. And then curl your fingers, make a fist as you do so. Inhale, build that tension. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more like that. Inhale. Scrunch up the nose as you do so. And exhale. Inhale, both arms overhead. Interlace the hands, then lean towards one side. Feel length through the side of the body. And then using that core engagement, lift back up, drop the shoulders, and then lean towards the other side. And then as you bring yourself back up to center, bring the hands to the small of the back, roll your shoulders back and see if you can tuck your elbows in towards each other. Slightly start to lift through your heart until you feel that connection from heart to throat, length through the front of the chest. And then start to interlace your hands, press them down to the earth, feel that openness through the chest. Bend into your knees, bow forward, and allow the hands to come off the sit bones, and then maybe start to sway through your hips from side to side. Beautiful. Good morning, everybody else that's joining. I just noticed the other screens pop in. Allow your hands to lower to your lower spine, and then allow them to make their way down to the earth. Drop your head down, allow it to be passive, and rock your head from side to side. And because we're all in the comfort of our own homes, I want you to get a little silly. I want you to practice the use of your voice, and I want you to use that audible noise right now. Just shake it out, maybe do a No one's judging, no one's laughing. You can laugh at me if you want, but just shake it out a few times. Get any tension, anything that you've been holding up over the last few days. Just let it all out. And then allow your hands to come down to the earth if they can reach, or make a tent with the hands. Bend into your knees, and then step back with your right foot. I hope you got through a bit of that silliness today. Start to rock through your runner's lunge, forward and back, so that knee stays above the ankle and you're pressing with that heel to the back edge of your mat. And then notice if the front set of toes want to lift off, try to keep that foot fully planted. Bring your knee back over top of your ankle, lower the back knee down, modified lunge, untuck your toes. Core is on, draw your navel in, and then lift up to your modified. Exhale, you're gonna lower your hands back down to frame your foot. Let's do that again. Inhale, scoop the arms, look up. Exhale, lower. Make sure you're keeping your hips squared as we do this. One more time. Inhale, reach and look up. And exhale, lower. Plant the hands fully, tuck the toes that back leg, and then step back to a plank. Hold for a breath here. Inhale, and exhale. From your plank, your right foot's gonna step forward into runner's lunge, and then come into that movement, rocking forward and back. So feeling length in the front of those hamstrings, or the front leg, I should say. The knee doesn't ever fully lock. It comes back over top of that ankle. Take 2 more presses back. And as you bring your knee back over top of ankle, lower the back foot, untuck the toes, inhale, lift up to crescent, draw your core in, exhale, soften. Inhale, sweep the arms, look up, exhale. So we should start to feel back at that left quad. One more time, inhale, feel length, and exhale. This time, tuck your toes, put your weight into your front leg, and step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana, reset the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out in your forward fold, but this time grab opposite elbows and take that sway from side to side. And if you want to do that silliness or side out or get anything that's locked up just out of your system, this is a great time to do so. Using the power of your own voice, being really candid with that tool that you have. And then lower the hands back down to the earth. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees. Let's round through our spine and come all the way up to mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms, see if you can look up. And then exhale, hands, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the hands again, lean towards the right. Kicking your hip. Engage the core, lift through to center, drop the shoulders, switch thumbs, non-dominant thumb on top, then lean towards the other side. Inhale, lift back up to center, swan dive, all the way to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Drop the head down again, rock it from side to side. Open up through your jaw, soften through the mouth. This time, left foot's gonna step back, so we're just on this side in runner's lunge, just so we're changing up which foot we lead with. Left hand to the inside of the foot, right arm's gonna reach up for your twist. Optional, lower that back, knee down. Start to feel length in the thigh, into that glute area, and if you need to deepen your twist, bring the hand to the small of the back. Feel length through the back of your neck. Line up the head with the neck. Take one more breath here. And let's lower that hand down, lower the back, knee down, untuck your toes. Let's do that flow again. Inhale. Find length in your modified lunge. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Plant the hands, tuck your toes, lift the knees, step back to your plank again. Let's hold plank, core on. Step your left foot forward this time, just finding that different transition. It doesn't always have to come from downward dog. Right hand stays to the inside, left arm reaches up in your twist again. Feel length, try to reach your fingertips and then maybe bring hand and small to back. And don't forget to readjust that head, so lengthen through your neck. Bring your gaze to your big toe, lower that front hand down, lower your back knee, untuck your toes, core is on. Inhale, lift up to modified lunge. Exhale. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, put your weight into your front leg as you transfer your weight to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out in forward fold. Take your peace fingers around your big toe into your barricade grip. Inhale, lengthen, head lifts. Exhale, chest to thighs, bend into your elbows, drop the head as you bend into your knees. Inhale, find length. Exhale, drop the head. 2 more like that. Inhale. Press your heels, send your sit bones to the back edge of your mat. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Release the bind of the toes. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend into your knees. Still tuck the chin to your chest. Round through your spine as you come all the way to standing. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, your hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, maybe add a bit of a back bend, lift through your heart. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back into that runner's lunge. This time you're gonna pivot on your back heel, come to a low lunge, left hand to the inside of your foot. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Bring your gaze up to your fingertips. Lower that hand down, bring both hands to frame your foot, pivot on your back heel. Step back to plank, core on. 3 breaths this time. 1 more. Right foot steps forward, pivot on the back foot, so heel to arch alignment, front heels align with back arch, right hand to the inside of your foot, left arm extends in your low lunge. Again, feel length through your fingertips, maybe bring your gaze up to your fingertips or to that side wall. Bring that hand down, frame the front foot, pivot on your back foot, step back to plank, 3 breaths. Space between your shoulders. Press your heels and draw that core in. Let's lower the knees down, untuck the toes, modify flow, chaturanga, squeezing the elbows into your ribs. Hands stay under your shoulders, lift through your heart, baby cobra. Press yourself back, either child's pose or downward facing dog. If you're in child's pose, press your fingertips into the mat, roll through your spine, come through table, and then meet in downward dog. From downward facing dog, take your feet side by side, just changing up that variation or variety of our dogs. Lift your left leg up, bend the knee, and then step that foot through. Bend into your back, right knee, draw your core on, lift up to full crescent. Option to lower that knee down. Sink into those sit bones, so sink into your center of gravity here, knee above your ankle. Take your arms and allow the palms to rotate in towards each other like you're holding a ball overhead. Let's do that similar flow. So inhale, let's find length, but keep the front knee bent. Exhale, bring the hands to the earth. Draw your core in. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Plant the hands, sweep your left leg back. 3-legged dog, maybe shake it out. And then as you lower that foot down, come through a vinyasa, modified flow or full expression, your choice. I'm going to do the full version. Forward into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lifting up through cobra or baby cobra. And then glide back down facing dog. Take 2 breaths in your down dog. Feet side by side again. Lift your right leg up. Bend that knee and then step the foot between your hands. Draw the core on again. So make sure you're protecting lower spine. Navel pulls in, bend into your back knee to help lift you up. Crescent. Find that proper form. Knee above ankle. Core on, maybe slightly readjust that back hip. Inhale, find length without locking that knee. Exhale. Inhale. Look up as you sweep the arms. Exhale. Remember, the hands can be a bit different this time. Inhale, reach the arms, maybe hold a beach ball, make space between your shoulders. Exhale. 2 more, I think. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the hands. Step it back to your 3-legged dog. Option to shake it up. Lower that foot down. Vinyasa. Forward into plank. Option to lower the knees to table or chaturanga. Lift through your heart. Baby cobra or full length arm cobra. Be mindful of your lower spine. Your choice of rest, child's pose or down dog. And then everyone is going to meet at the top of their mat to standing forward fold, however you choose to get there. Inhale to reset. Exhale, forward fold. Then roll all the way back up to Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, our hands to heart. You need to grab a drink or take a rest. We'll take 3 breaths to do so. And then when you're ready, meet back at the top of your mat. Those are 3 quick breaths. Inhale, arms up. Take your hands to your hips. And then step back with your right foot. Okay, so we'll need to know our rights and lefts for this one because this is how we're going to stay together. So inhale our arms up, back to that crescent lunge. Exhale, lower your hands down. Bring your right hand to the inside of your foot. Left arm reaches for your twist. And then bring that hand to the inside of the left foot. Sweep the hands across the long edge of your mat. Change direction. So right knee is going to bend now. Left hand is going to come into the earth. Right arm is going to reach in your twist. Bring that hand to the inside of your foot. Sweep back across the long edge of your mat. Pivot on that back foot. And then step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot is going to step back this time, right knee bent. So we're repeating that other side. Left hand to the inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up for your twist. So your right knee should be forward. Bring the right hand to the inside of that foot. Sweep across the long edge of your mat. So you're pivoting on your back heels. Sweep across. Changing that direction again. Right hand to the earth. Left arm reaches for your twist. Lower that hand to the inside of your foot. Sweep back across the long edge of your mat. And then step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your right foot. I had to think about that too this time. With your right foot stepping back, left arm reaches up. And then start to make windmills with that top arm. Change the direction, go the other way. Then lower that hand down again to the inside of the foot. Sweep across the long edge of your mat. Then bring left hand to the inside, right arm reaches up, and then big rotation again through that arm. So finding mobility in the shoulder, big circular motions. Change the direction. Bring that hand down to the inside of your foot. Sweep back across the long edge of your mat. Pivot the left set of toes. This time you're going to lift that back leg up to a 3 or a warrior C. I don't know why I want to say 3-legged dog. To a Virabhadrasana C or standing splits. So hands can stay on the earth for standing splits. Flexion through back foot. Or bring your hands to warrior C to prayer. If you're not ready to go there today, stay with your hands on the earth. Take 2 more breaths. Lower that back foot down, lift up to a full lunge. Inhale and exhale. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. Step your right foot to the top of your mat, left foot steps back. Left hand stays to the inside of that foot, right arm reaches, hold your twist, bring the hand small back. Bring that hand to the inside of the foot, sweep across the long edge of your mat, so left side of the mat, pivot, right hand stays to the inside, left arm reaches, and bring the hand to the small of the back, deepen your twist. Bring that hand to the inside of your foot, sweep across the long edge again, make your way back to the top of your mat. So right foot is forward, left leg lifts off for standing splits or a needle, and then option to transition up to your warrior C with that leg lifted. Square up your hips, maybe keep that front knee bent. Take one more breath in your balance pose. Lower that back foot down, bend into your knee, lift up to crescent, draw your core in, protect your spine. Lower your hands down. Inhale, finding that length. Exhale, lower. I think I'm adding a bonus one here. Inhale and exhale. Step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to reset and exhale, forward fold. Step yourself back into a plank. Take a vinyasa, chaturanga. All those lefts and rights should be done with. Inhale, lift your cobra. Then tuck your toes, glide back down dog. Bring your tippy toes closer towards your wrists and then press your heels. Spread through your palms and press your thumb and your index into the mat. And then inner creases of elbows near each other. Press your right heel into the earth, and then lift your left leg up, bend your knee, stack your hip for puppy peeing. Look underneath your left arm. So focus on that arm strength here. Press your palms. Square your hip up to center, lower that foot down. Press your left heel to the earth this time. Lift your right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Look underneath the right arm this time. Find that edge, get a little uncomfortable. Take one more breath. And then square your hip up to center, lower that foot down. Bend into your knees like a fist if you're gonna bounce up to the top of your mat, and then lower your knees to table. From table, left foot steps forward. Tuck your toes of that back foot, lift the knee, and then let's pivot to meet the long edge of your mat, so that right edge of your mat. And then start to walk your hands from side to side. So if you have a yoga block handy, I was about to grab mine, you may want to use one. If not, that's okay. So just start to play around here with walking your hands to one edge of the mat and then to the other. So one knee bends, the other leg is lengthened. Not to forget that Ujjayi breath. We're sighing out through the mouth. That's our focus today of releasing. So as you move from side to side, change up the breath. And then maybe you want to go as far as when you lean to one side, you're lifting the set of toes with the other leg, and then switching to the other. And then if you are playing with that, maybe see if the knee that's bent, if you can get that heel to the earth, if it's part of your anatomy. If not, then just do what's available to you. And once you finish both sides, heel till your feet a little bit closer, coming into garland or our malasana. See if you can bring your block Come on to your block for a seated position, or if it's part of your anatomy and you don't need to use the block, knees are going to be wide into your low squat. Hands are going to come to prayer. Option 2, press your elbows into inner thighs. Lift through your chest, so sternum up. Make sure your weight is in your heels. Holding this posture a little longer. Maybe close your eyes. Find your internal drishti. Your last 2 breaths here, side out. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring one hand in front, one hand behind to help lift you up. And then move the block or prop. So let's heel toe your feet back together. And then make your way to the top of your mat. So stay in your standing forward fold. Let's reset the spine again. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold. From here, see if you can come up onto your tiptoes, lift the heels off. If it's part of your practice and you want to come into crow, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we're going to practice toe squat. So start to sink the glutes back towards the heels, and then see if you can bring your hands to prayer for your balance today. Drawing your core in again, feeling length through your spine. Find your focal point. Your drishti can be a spot on the wall or internal drishti, maybe right at Manipura, at that navel. And then focus on the length of your spine. So as if someone's pressed your nose back, make sure your head's aligned with the neck. Make sure your shoulders are rolling back like we started our practice. Find those spaces in the toes to release the fascia of the feet. Take 2 more breaths here. Now either you're going to step back or you're going to plant the hands and see if you can hop back to plank. Coming through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Lifting up through to your upward facing dog, cobra or baby cobra. And then make your way back to downward facing dog. In your down dog, lift your right leg up, bend your right knee, bring the knee to the inside of the wrist for half pigeon. This is not part of your practice. You can always come onto your spine for reclined pigeon. So I'll set you up for half pigeon first. Length through the back of your leg. So look over your left shoulder, press your heel, tuck the toes so that you can lift the knee, and then maybe heel toe that foot a bit, lower that knee back down. Press your left hip to the top of your mat. We're going to practice our king pigeon today. So find length through the front of the body. So make sure you're not compressing too much in the lower spine. So lift through your heart. You can either stay here. You can either start to walk your hands to the front thigh and get height that way. Or see if you can come into the full expression, bend the back knee. Reach around and grab a hold of the foot. So I've reached with my right hand. The hand on the same side of the knee that's bent at the top of the mat. Hand reaches around to grab a hold of that foot. Shoulder rolls back. And then from here, maybe see if you can reach your left arm up. If not, hand can stay on thigh or make a tent. Take 2 more breaths. As you come out of this bind, release that back foot down. Bring both hands to the top of your mat and keep working your back left hip forward until you start to find that bit of tension, release into that right side. Lead with your heart. Come all the way into your expression, Ekapada Konasana. Maybe stack the fists and bring the forehead down. Or use your blocks underneath your forearms. Or fully extend the arms out, your expression of your half pigeon. Not every side is equal, so if you need to come to recline pigeon, you can always cross the right ankle over top of left thigh, interlace your hands, and then draw that thigh into your chest. You decide what's going to be best for your practice for today. Let's take one more breath here in half pigeon. Draw your hands under your shoulders to press yourself upright. If you're reclined on your spine, you can stay there. If you're in that half pigeon, tuck your toes, lift the knee, and then sweep that leg back. Maybe shake it out. If you wish to take a vinyasa, feel free to. Otherwise, we'll set up on the other side. So left leg lifts, left knee to the inside of left wrist. Heel above your groin. Little peek over right shoulder, tuck the toes again, press through that heel, and then lower the knee back down, untuck your toes. Right hip presses to the top of your mat. Let's come through that king pigeon. So not every side is equal, like I mentioned. So you can bring your fingertips to the mat and find length, or bring your hands to that front thigh, find length that way. Or option, bend the knee, reach around, grab a hold with that left hand. If you have a strap available, you can always use one here. And then if you feel as far as going and reaching the arm up, feel free to. My left side is not happy doing that, so I'm going to stay here. And as you're in your king pigeon here, make sure that you're still feeling length in the back quad. Take 2 more breaths. Release the bind again in that back foot, and make sure you're still pressing right hip to the top of your mat. Decide what position you're coming to. So full expression of half pigeon, or if you're going to stay more upright, or using any props on this side. And if you're reclined pigeon, left ankle crosses over right thigh. Interlace the hands behind the thigh. And let's take one more breath here. Draw your hands under your shoulders. Tuck the toes again, that back leg, lift the knee. Sweep the left leg back, shake it out if you like. Option to rest or finish with that vinyasa. So as you lower the foot down, forward into plank. Coming through your chaturanga. Lifting up through the heart, baby cobra, full length cobra, or maybe up dog. And then press back to tabletop, and then allow your feet to sweep out in front. Maybe scoot your bum back to center of your mat. Then from here, let's take both legs out in front. Point through your toes, bring your hands to face the back edge of your mat. Roll your shoulders back, lift through your heart. Option to lift the sit bones and come into a reverse plank if you want. Otherwise, we're gonna stay seated and just squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's hold for 4 breaths. One more. Lift your heart back to center and then draw feet into the mat, come into rabbit pose, hugging your knees to your chest, tuck your chin down. And as you lift your head back to center, come to cross leg, bring right ear over towards right shoulder. Or you're welcome to mirror me. Feel length through the other side of the neck. And then start to tuck that chin down towards the shoulder. So look over towards that shoulder, that same side, so right side. And then bringing your head back to center, let's bring left ear over towards left shoulder, length through right side. Tucking your chin down towards left shoulder. Just allowing ourselves to go a little further into the right side of the neck. And then bringing your head back to center. We will finish with cow face from our spine. So if you want a bit of core, you can always come back to that variation like we did in rabbit pose, but coming into Navasana. Arms extend and slowly lower with control to the mat. And then draw your knees into your chest. Cross your right knee over top of your left knee. Bend into your knees, hug them in towards your chest, or see if you can grab calves, ankles, or the edges of your pant leg. Hug the knees in, shoulder blades to the earth. So right knee is stacked on top of left, like you're tying a knot with the legs. Let's uncross the legs. Left knee crosses over right, so let's switch. Bend into your knees, draw your thighs to your chest again. Maybe it's just hugging the back of the thighs, using a strap, or calves, ankles, or edges of the feet. Making a knot with the legs, knees stacked on top of each other best you can to your anatomy. You can always come into reclined pigeon if this doesn't suit you on this side. And think about still drawing your navel into your spine. And I'm noticing that one of my shoulders wants to lift off right now, so I need to readjust my hand so that both shoulders stay on the earth. Let's take one more breath here in your cow face. Uncross the legs. Take them up towards the sky, point and flex the feet a few times. And then make your way into your final posture, corpse pose, so lengthen your legs to the top of your mat, or maybe finishing with feet planted. Any posture that's going to feel comfortable for you. And if there's any final postures you wish to take, whether it's shoulder stance or legs up or happy baby, take a few minutes here to do that for yourself.